Today we are visiting the oyster capital of China. This town is about 2/3 the size of Tokyo, and it produces over 60,000 tons of oysters every year. Let's explore this town and enjoy their very famous oysters. Good morning, this is Mo Wang. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you have a nice day. Today we are in a small and active town in South China, and this town is called as the Town of the Oyster in China, or you can say the capital of oyster in China. So today let's explore this town. This is like a oyster culture exhibition hall. So you can see there's a large oyster sculpture, maybe like 5 meters high. Okay, you can see there's another sculpture that symbolizes the endeavor of people taking the meat from the oyster. Okay, let's go into this exhibition hall. There's some oyster can, and there's like the magnet. Some like this is the mascot of the oyster. Looks like a rest place, maybe a cave. This looks so cute. The salty duck egg, which is also like the specialty of this place. You can see that only like less than $3 you have 6 duck egg. This avenue, the maximum capacity of this avenue is like 500 people. This is like the museum, the exhibition hall for the oyster culture here. China is like the largest oyster production country in the world, and you can see there are oysters from different places of the world. This figure shows the daily routine of the oyster farmers in this town. This is one of the large oyster sample, which was like fed in 1980s. This is the size of my arm. These statues and scenarios showed how the people in this town feed and collect their oysters. There are a couple of solutions to feed the oyster, and this one is to like the stove based. And look at this one, it's like the hanging the oysters in the strings and to feed them inside the water. Let's walk along this street to see if there are any interesting scenes. Okay, I see there's like a cute sculpture. There are already some people selling the oyster, which maybe just collected from the field. This may be the ships to transport the oysters from the field to the bank. This place is like made the kind of like dry oyster. They're making the dry oyster, which is under the sunshine with some salt. This is how the dry oyster look like when they are finished. There are so many people selling the oyster just in the riverside. Just like an oyster market in the center of this town. There are so many local people here just selling their oyster, which may be collected from the sea just in this morning. These are the signature food in this town. You can regard it as a kind of tempura or a kind of pancake. The cooker will mix some of the seafood and other ingredients with the flour, and then they will put them to the oil and to fry them. It is very similar to how the tempura is cooked. Just put the ingredients together, mix them, and put in the oil to fry them, and it is very delicious. It's very interesting. The delicious food in the world shares the same mold. But the difference here is that the chef will add different seasonings based on their own recipe. And as Cantonese, you have to add some vegetables to make this meal more colorful and more fresh. Some lettuce and this sweet potato pancake, and you can see the fried shrimps here. First bite. You can see there are some egg inside this pancake. It's just like very beautiful layer. Okay, the fragrance of the fried food. You can see this pancake, there are lots of fillings inside, and it's only like $1 for this pancake. This is the most famous restaurant in this town that has been serving the oyster-based meal for like decades. It literally says China's #1 oyster. You can see this restaurant has over 30-year history, and the menu has over 40 different oyster dishes. Surprisingly, their menu goes far beyond oysters. You can see there are also traditional Cantonese dishes here. The first dish is oysters with cabbage. The cabbage is stir-fried in pork lard, then cooked together with the oyster. The second dish is salt-baked oysters. The oysters are wrapped in foil with spices, then buried in hot salt and baked. Okay, let's open this foil, and it is still warm. And you can smell the aroma of the oysters. There are around 10 oysters with some scallions inside. Alright, finally we have these steamed oysters. They are cooked directly in the shell, which helps keep all the natural juices and flavor. You have to open the shell yourself before eating the oyster. And actually, the shell is very hot right now. The oyster and cabbage. And there are also some garlic inside this meal. The oyster, which is one bite with some vegetables and oyster. It's so flavorful. And it's just cooked very well. The cabbage is still very fresh. Okay, this is the salt-baked oyster. Oh, the smell is really good. It's very like appetizing. The texture is like more firm. It's very good texture, and the seasoning is very good. Finally, you have to open this oyster by yourself. Maybe it is very fresh cooking oyster, and I have no idea how to open this oyster. It's just like a pearl. You can see the color is very good. So the oyster is like actually it's like the milk of the sea. So you can see it's very creamy. Just I use a spoon. It's very creamy. You can feel the ocean taste. Very flavorful. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this kind of video, please give me a like and subscribe my channel. Let's see you next video.